Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Gursant Singh here, reporting on the un-Sikh-like practices of Yogi Bhajan's Tantric yogis. Now, I was just appalled, actually, to see how the Yogi Bhajan people, Sikhnet people, just do these anti-Gurmat practices with impunity. And I want to point out to Sikhs how in this video, which clearly shows the Yogi Bhajan Tantric yogas after their Solstice Sadhana experience, after doing a Tantric yoga there, are dancing bhangra in the Darbar of the city Guru Granth Sahib. And I say that because this same space here is used for their Gurdwara, and over here to the left, you can see where the arrow is here, the left right-hand corner, you'll see where the Sri Guru Granth Sahib is in Prakash in this room. Now, this is a better picture of that area. You can see here that they use a garage door and open that space there when they want to have a Gurdwara. It's a very thin, kind of like metal garage door. I went to this solstice celebration for 30 years, so I am very aware of exactly how this works. And there is an Akand Paath going on inside this room here at the exact same time when these Yogi Bhajan Tantric yogis are dancing and just being wild right outside. It's a very thin garage door. In fact, when I was doing the Akand Paath, reading in the Akand Paath there, I had a hard time hearing the Gurbani. It was so loud sometimes. And they also use this space here, of course, to do their Tantric yoga. You can see here another good picture where they're dancing, and then you can see that very thin garage door that they use when they want to have this as a Gurdwara, the same exact space. Here's the picture when the garage door is open, and you can see that is exactly the same space where they're having a D1 service. And Guru Sahib Ji is in Prakash. And again, I want to emphasize how Guru Sahib Ji is in Prakash the entire time they are having these Tantric yogas and Shiv Shakti worships, chanting Hindu mantras, doing their Aquarian sadhana. They do it all out here in the same space, the same area here. This is in Espanola, New Mexico, at the 3HO Summer Solstice Sadhana, they call it. There's another view of that space there that they're using, and you can see the garage door there where they open when they want to have a Gurdwara. This is really anti-Gurmat, in my opinion. You can see here where they're having a Gurdwara service. Now, I want to point out, this is an old picture with Yogi Bhajan in that same space. And again, that same room is over there on the left. You can't see it in this picture, but take my word for it, this is exactly the same room. During the 1990s, when I attended the summer solstice celebration, Yogi Bhajan would have us dance after the Tantric yoga. And he would have us dance to Guru Gobind Singh Ji's sacred Bani, De Shiva Var Mohe. And this is from the Dasam Granth. And essentially, this is a beautiful shabad by Guru Gobind Singh Ji. And some of the putties are as follows. O Lord, grant me the boon that I may never deviate from doing a good deed, that I shall not fear when I go into combat, and with determination I will be victorious, that I may teach myself this greed alone, to learn only thy praises. And when the last days of my life come, I may die in the might of the battlefield. This is a beautiful Shabad, very powerful. And Yogi Bhajan would have us dance to this Shabad of Guru Gobind Singh Ji's after the Tantric Yoga. And back then, I had no idea what we were dancing to. It was totally disrespectful. I just think back on it now, and I'm really ashamed that I took part in all of that. It's really very, very shameful. Here again is another picture of that space where you can see where, again, they're doing this bhangra dancing and the Tantric yoga there and all their other Shiv Shakti practices. Again, here is the dancing there that originally started this post. You can see that, again, you can see that right up there, that space there in the left-hand corner where the Guru Sahib, again, I want to emphasize, Guru Sahib Ji is in Prakash at this very time. They're doing a compound in that room. You can imagine all of this loud, obnoxious bhangra being played when you're trying to read Gurbani. It's really just shameful and needs to change. Now, I want to point out that I'm making these criticisms only to help in facilitating some change there in 3HO. It's not that I just want to criticize for the sake of criticism. It's that I have a very deep concern for how 3HO and these 3HO people are misleading other people into their Shiv Shakti worships and all these anti-Gurmat practices. These things are totally disrespectful of Gurbani, this dancing, doing this Tantric yoga. And so far, SikhNet has been really unresponsive to the concerns of Sikhs. I pointed out in a previous video just yesterday how the Yogi Bhajan people in SikhNet have called me a hater and publicly said now that I'm committing ninda. I don't think it's ninda to point out valid problems and mistakes that the 3HO people are doing. We're only doing this as Sikhs who are concerned about the direction that 3HO and SikhNet are headed. And it really appalls me how Jagraj Singh from Basics of Sikhi can sit there and talk to Gurmustic and Harijot Singh and completely gloss over these really extreme problems and anti-Gurmat practices that are happening every day over there at the Yogi Bhajan Dera. Now, they are doing some good things. There's no doubt about it. But if they would only, the 3HO people would only listen to people like myself, there's some other former disciples of Yogi Bhajan, like Anshu and Vikram Singh, who have remained Sikhs, that would be very helpful for the 3HO people and SikhNet to listen to. They would really learn and benefit from this. But instead, they've been very stubborn and have just been blocking and censoring any kind of criticism against them. I think the only way to make change is if they would allow open discussion about these issues and not just block people and call them haters and committing ninda. It's just not the way to make change. So again, I would encourage Sikhs to write SikhNet, write 3HO, and ask them to listen to what I'm saying and what other concerned Sikhs are saying. Ask them to just have a discussion. As I've said before in other videos, I am completely open to flying to Espanola or to Los Angeles, wherever they want to meet. We can talk about these issues like Khalsa brothers and sisters. That's the way that we are going to become more understanding of each other. By just sitting down in some video and glossing over these things and just saying it's okay for them to do these things while they may be doing some good things. That's not the way to go. There's a right way and there's a wrong way. I'm sorry, the 3HO people say that, everybody's good, everything is fine. And that was kind of Yogi Bhajan's philosophy, that you can do whatever you want, just as long as you're spiritual about it. But this is not the Sikh way. We have a Sikh Rahat Maryada, we have a code of conduct, we have many rules, and that makes us Khalsa, that we follow the Khalsa Rahat Maryada, and that we abide by these laws of God, laws of Waheguru. Thank you for your time. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.